everyone, it's Michelle here at Makiki 1988. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. As I'm sure you can imagine, I am so excited to share this unboxing with you. I have never done a wish list before, but I realized that I needed to do one in order to structure my spending and to be, more responsible. I think sometimes, as much as I can say I do think about my purchases, over the last year, did still find myself making impulsive purchases, and that was revealed to me when I realized that some of those bags or some of those accessories I didn't really like, or I didn't want to keep long term. So I did this wish list, and largely it was inspired by Coach's runway show that we saw earlier this year, where for the first time I really saw a lot of items feature on the runway that I was like, I've got to track those down. I've got to find a way to get those. So the first bag that was on my wish list from the runway, I revealed last week, and that was the Coach Twin Turnlock bag. And I have honestly been loving this bag. Since I've owned this bag, I have only had it stored for a couple of days, and I did that so that I could reshape the bag from shipping. As we all know, they do sometimes get a little bent up, or just from packing in general. So I actually had applied a little bit of the Coach cleaner and then conditioner, and then I just overstuffed it, and that was perfect because I wanted to pop some of the edges out and just smooth out some of the other areas on the bag. But it's looking really great. I wanted to see what it would look like to have a twilly, which I normally don't put twillies on, but I thought this was super cute. Everything about this bag, from the style to the color, just makes me want to lean towards a vintage feel. But I also love the bag just by itself. So I'm gonna do a bag swap as I also do a bag reveal, but I just thought I would show this to you. I do have it all the way packed up, and I'm telling you, even for a small bag, she holds a lot. I have an EDC pouch in here, I have a wallet, I have a phone, I have glasses, I have lip products, I have my commonplace notebook. In the front I have my keys, and on the other side I have a drink pouch and my perfume. Everything is in here, and I don't have to play Tetris or move things around a whole lot, and it's not heavy. I love it, and this bag carries so well as a top handle. I just let my arms relax as I'm walking. This bag carries so great as a top handle, and although the jury is still out on whether or not people are liking the extended handles, I'm telling you, as a woman with hands that are big enough to palm a basketball or palm your face, I love these long handles. It makes it so easy for me to do a full top handle. I can get my arm in and out real quick, whether I'm doing a crook of the arm, or I honestly, a lot of times, like just have mine on my wrist, especially as I'm going through the cash register, and I'll just literally keep it on my wrist, pull one off, unzip it, get into the bag, and get back on. And I just love that, so I'm not having to set my bag down on surfaces or in the cart or what have you. And this has just been everything I hoped it would be and more. But let me go ahead and show you the second bag from my wish list that was on the runway. So as a teaser, I thought I was gonna do an unboxing, but when this bag came a day early, I just couldn't wait. But I thought I would show you the box. I did order my bag from Nordstrom. For whatever reason, they were the first ones to have it, which I was surprised, but glad I had the opportunity to get it. And my bag did come completely factory wrapped. It does come with a crossbody strap, which I love because Coach is doing a better job at having a little bit thicker crossbody straps, especially when they're leather. And it did come with the dust bag. And then this was all the factory wrapping that I've already cut and removed. So now let me show you the bag. All right, it's time to reveal the bag. I got the Soft Empire Carryall 21, and I did opt to go ahead and get the black. I have been doing a great job to venture out to some other colors, but I will tell you hands down, I am a black bag girl. And I have been looking for a smaller black bag that could be date night, casual, every day, something that would just be an easy go-to for any occasion. And I have been struggling to find a perfect black bag until I saw this one. And I did not know which colors they were going to be releasing the 21 in, but when I saw the black, I'm like, that's it, that's all I need. There are other colors coming out. I really love that toffee color, but I haven't found the bag that I wanted in yet. So I was like, let me do the black. And this is just gorgeous. So let me go ahead and show you. And I love that this has the long handles as well, though these are the structured rolled handles, which I'm very excited about. So there's the front here. You just have the hot stamp and the hang tag. You've got the sides. It does have that same belted feature where you can tighten it. You've got the back. I haven't cut my tag off yet. And then the other side. And this does have that little extra piece that I'll probably tuck down in the bag once I get it all packed. And then you do have the feet on the bottom. And I do love that this bag also has the oversized feet, just like the twin turn lock does. So it just does a great job to keep the bag balanced. It doesn't topple over, it's not too heavy. And I felt like this was important to have like the heavier feet on the bottom as a counterweight to the handles, because some of my other bags that had smaller feet but long handles, like say the swing zip, they would like topple over. And I just thought that was such an annoying thing. So they did a good job with that. This does also have that kind of like vintage brass hardware, just like the twin turn lock does. So I like that. That way the gold is just kind of toned down for me and I can see myself using other accessories with it. I haven't put anything in this yet, as I said, because I'm about to move out the twin turn lock into this bag, so I thought I would show you. On the inside, I just have my care card, which I'll put into storage here. It does have the single snap pocket. We do have an all black interior, which I'm a big fan of. I'm glad they didn't do the light colored ones like they did in the twin turn lock. And then on the back, you have your buckle adjustments. I did not realize how flexible and spacious this bag is, and I cannot wait to see how it wears over time. This is a bag that I hope to really wear in naturally, and to have just some good old-fashioned wear and tear, and just to have it to still be like classy and cute. I love how simple it is to get my hand in and out of the handles. And you know, I'm just about 5'8", so even if I carry this top handle, the bottom of the bag falls just above or just below my knee. And this is perfect for me. So I'm super excited. Let me go ahead and get my accessories together and show you what I have planned for this bag to carry, because I'm moving into her right now. Hold up for a minute. As an afterthought, I thought that maybe I should show you the difference in the sizes. Now, when I did buy the twin turn lock, I knew it was a 20. I think I thought it was like a 21, but I'm realizing that it's not. The Empire 21 is just a little bit bigger. So here's the side-by-side comparison. You can see the Empire is wider and the twin turn lock is just a little bit taller, but I think it's probably also because it's filled and the Empire's not. On the bottoms, you can probably see that a little more clearly, that the Empire is taller and wider. And then just kind of holding it up that way. So this one is just slightly bigger. So everything that I have in here is going to easily fit in here, but both great bags. Yes, I'm glad I got both. Yes, they're very similar, but different enough to make it worth it, right? You've got the out pockets here. You've got the soft flat handles and a full zip, so a more secure bag. And then over here, you have a little bit more of, I think, like a casual chic vibe. You've got the typical Empire look. You've got more space and yeah, a nice classy look. So let me get my accessories and I'll show you what I'm gonna carry. All right, so I'm gonna play around with my accessories a little bit, but one thing I knew I wanted to do with this bag was bring together the browns and the blacks, and of course, use this expensive ass triple chain that I just picked up. I may add something else to this later. Part of me thought about like the cherry. I'm gonna look at it and sit and think about it. But this is it. This is the vibe that I was going for. And one of the reasons why I've been wanting an Empire is I really love the look of like the key pouch as like a bag accessory. Not just for looks, especially for looks, but not just for looks. You know, I do have kids that I allow them to borrow my car sometimes. And the most annoying thing, because I swear they do it on purpose, is where they just like dive into my purse and make a mess of it just to get the key. So now all they have to do is undo the key pouch and they can just take the pouch and go use my car and bring it back. And they don't ever have to go on the inside of my bag. But I'll give you a quick overview of how I've got her styled. So this is just a key pouch from Dress Up Your Purse. Then I have, of course, the regular bag tag that comes with it. And then my lovely sales associate made me another bag tag. This one says Matcha and Coach because my system can't handle coffee anymore. And then of course the lovely triple chain, which was just like made so perfectly for this bag. I do have this stuff with everything that I need, and I still have a little bit more room here on the side. So if I want to throw in, say, my portable charger, my AirPods, I can do all that. And I am loving this. And this is a vibe. This is a vibe. And I could totally see myself carrying this like this for a while, and especially for like fall and winter. So love this. Let's go ahead and just get right into it. I'll show you what I have. I don't know long term if I'm gonna wear that little tab in or out of the bag, but for now I do have it tucked in. I like that it'll kind of at least keep the sides of the bag a little more secure. So just got that done. But for now I've just got it tucked in, since it'll keep the sides of the bag a little bit more secure. Got her layered up. Sunglasses are always on top. There's everything that's inside right now. So I'll just pull the items out. Got my oversized Longchamp sunglasses, which these are rivaling my Ray-Bans as my favorite pair, but very nice, classy look. Because this bag doesn't have the out pockets like the twin turn lock, I am just using my snap pocket to hold my travel size perfume, which is the Jo Malone Sakura Cherry Blossom. And then on the other side, I have my lip product today, which I'm just wearing a lipstick because I love these. This is the Merit Satin Lip. This is the color 1990. Great, great, great hydrating single product. And I feel like when I wear just the lipstick versus like a lip gloss, it just feels so much more elevated, right? And I'm just loving this because two of these are so affordable. Get one. All right, because I have been working on some additional journaling, writing, and general organization. I have my commonplace notebook, so that fits easily into the bag. I am using my larger case to represent. This is a little bit of a bulky case, but it still fits super easy and smooth into the 21. I have my pen pouch. And I could not bring myself to come out of this EDC pouch, so I'm just still carrying this around because I love it and it holds everything so well. And you guys, just the jellyfish print with the flowers is so cute. All right, and then I did bring out my other Essential Slim card case because this is my favorite wallet. So I do have two of these now, and am I looking to add more? Yes, I want to get the olive when it comes out. I want to see if they put one out in either the Merlot or the Black Currant, and maybe one other color, and then I'll be done. I had gone back and forth about having a larger wallet, but this is really it. I don't carry a lot of cards. I don't carry a lot of cash, and I don't carry a lot of coins, but I do carry a little bit of everything. And that's what's so perfect about this wallet. And I feel like when I get into these wallets, I know exactly where everything goes. I keep my Costco card in the back. I have my main cards here. I have both my IDs, and I found that vertical card slots work so well for me, especially when my nails get longer. I still have an extra slot here if I needed something. I still have an extra slot here if I needed it for something. The zipper pouch is the right amount for the amount of coins I carry, and then I typically use that back area for receipts and or cash. And to me, this is just so slim and so just compact, and especially in this color black, it just screams class to me, class. So I love this, and I'm gonna add a couple more, and then I'm pretty much done with wallets. This isn't something I ever intended of buying multiples of, but I allow myself to have a little bit of fun with. I had thought about buying like a designer wallet, but then like the logic just didn't make sense. Like, why am I gonna go spend $600 for this Celine or Louis Vuitton wallet when I can just allow myself to get 6 Coach wallets for the same amount, that I can variate it with just some of my styles and colors that I want. So I'm almost done with those. Like I said, maybe 2 more wallets and then we'll be good. But these are really, if you haven't found one that you like, I would definitely look at Coach's website. We'll have some new colors launching soon. But also you do find a lot of people on Poshmark and especially on Mercari that will sell some of the later models, later colors, and you can usually get a good deal. I know one of my friends recently had gotten one of the dark lime Essential Slim card case, which she was looking for. So definitely look for a good deal, but otherwise regular price, these are $95, but still good for a wallet. All right, and then that's it. That's it for the interior. So everything is empty there. Again, in here I just have my key fob, my house key, my gym key, and that's it. So this is me in an Empire 21, and I'm gonna have to pinch myself because I can't believe that I was able to get both of those bags I wanted from the runway. Super grateful for the opportunity I had. You know, the twin turn, I did pay the premium, which I'm glad I did. I am surprised that I actually loved that bag more than I thought I was going to. It definitely has exceeded my expectations, and I'll come back and do a comparison between these two bags and give it a couple weeks to see if I have a favorite, but definitely this is the perfect size for me. Not just for every day, but for every day and then some. You know, typically, you know, because I work in sales, I'm never really off the clock. And so a lot of times I do need to have at least my bare minimum, whether it's, you know, a portable battery charger, my AirPods, a notebook or something to take notes in case I get a call, my pen, but then I want my natural classy stuff, and I don't always want to carry a big bag. So this is my first Empire. I am looking to get an Empire 28. I had already tried to purchase 26, decided I actually didn't like it. But I'm going to get a 28. I'm just working on some of the design aspects to my mind, and I'll be getting that in the next few weeks. I am interested to see what else comes out for the fall and winter drops. There are a few other things I'm looking at, but at this point I have actually already met my bag quota for the year. So if I do purchase anything else, it's only going to be as a result of some items that I've sold in my collection, which I actually have sold about $1,200 worth of stuff. So I'm sitting on that money right now, trying to make really thoughtful, more impactful decisions on what's coming into my collection and not just buying stuff because it's coming out. Some of the bags I'm looking at, but I want to see in person, and I don't think I'll get them, I just do want to see them, would be the Bleecker 21. I'm typically not a big fan of bucket bags, and I don't like that one doesn't have feet and that it's a little bulky on the hip. I do also like the Waverly. That would probably be the first bag I'd be interested in getting in the Love Leather, but I'm not sure because I do feel like it is still similar to the Swinger, even though it's just a little bit bigger. I am going to get an Empire 28, and then I do want to see if we get any other colors of the Brooklyn. If they release the Brooklyn in the olive, that would make my day. And I think I would feel resolved from my dark lime dilemma that I sold and I shouldn't have. But yeah, so not too much left on the bag front. Like I said, I'm trying to be responsible and wind down, and also allow Santa to get me a couple bags for Christmas, which Santa has already handled and taken care of. So I don't want this to just be an ongoing craziness. I do realize that I'll probably still have an evolution of my bag collection, but I am very happy that I'm getting to that point where I understand what I like, what I need, what I want. And I'm really excited to change my bags out and use all the bags that I have in my collection, where I'm typically carrying a bag for about 2 to 3 days. So all that rambling to tell you that just I love this. This is lovely. This is staying, and I'm glad that I got it in black. Have you guys considered the Empire 21? Are you waiting for more colors? I want to know, why does everybody have beef with these long handles? And I'll look forward to interacting with you guys below in the comments. See you in the next video.